So in this video today, I'm gonna show you how you should be able to scale your coaching business in 2025, because I honestly think that 2025 is one of the easiest ways to scale our businesses, because there's so many people who need help, right? Because they are obese, they are lazy, because there's so much access to social media. But also on the other hand, maybe it's a bit difficult, and that's why you're watching this video, because there's so much competition nowadays. There's so many online coaches who are helping, people to get in shape. Some of them are crushing it, maybe like 5%, and then the rest of 90% are not crushing it at all. Actually, they are struggling to scale their businesses. So in this video, I'm gonna show you why are they struggling, and maybe why are you struggling, and how you can change that. So let's dive into the video. So yeah, this is basically 2025 coaching business and how it looks. So we have two graphs. So basically one is kind of time and success. So if you maybe started your coaching business during COVID years, right? Probably it really boomed because it was really brand new. However, as time went past, right, more coaches became coaches, started to help people. These influencers with big followings are decreasing your revenue, decreasing your clients. And you can see this is the competition business, and yeah, you can see they are succeeding more, getting more time freedom. But for you, it's kind of starting to decrease slowly, if you've been in the online space. But maybe if you're starting out, then maybe you are even lower, right? You're spending more time on creating content. It's not growing. Maybe you get one client, then it decreases for weeks, right, or months without any clients, then maybe one more. Basically you're between 0 to 5k months, and you don't understand what's holding you back exactly. You're kind of posting content daily for sake of posting, having maybe this scarcity mindset that maybe this is not the right thing. Maybe you're hopping from niche to niche, helping entrepreneurs, then you help 9-to-5s, changing content all the time. So you don't have exactly the clarity, right? And that's why you're not able to scale past 10k months. So basically we can compare your business against competition, right? So as I said, your business, maybe you're already doing around 5k months, maybe close to 10k months, but still it's not that consistent. Maybe some months you get 5-10k month, then another month you get maybe 2-3k months. Or maybe you're a brand new coach, and you're kind of wanting to start, but you don't know exactly what to do or how you can scale, right? So yeah, first thing, what I've been seeing, and these are also points what I've been dealing with in the past, 3 years ago when I started my fitness coaching business. And now I generated 6 figures last year with my fitness coaching business, consistently generated 5 figures. And exactly, I did all of these things at the start, and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing right now and what other successful coaches are doing. So first thing, scarcity mindset, worry about money. You're kind of in this push season that you need clients, you need the next paycheck, and world works in a funny way. Then if you really need something, right, the world probably will not give it to you. So you need kind of more this abundance mindset. Money is a fuel for growth. Will I get a new client this week, or if I don't get a new client, it will not change my life. And when you operate for this kind of mindset, you're gonna succeed way more efficiently, and it's gonna be also way more fun when you put yourself big pressure on needing clients, needing more money, right? Then you're kind of living in this stress position. Another thing is you are doubting yourself if you can actually charge high ticket. Maybe you're changing prices every, like, let's say week or every sales call, you know, like you don't have this clarity. Instead, what you should, like, fully believe in your pricing, you know, fully believe that your service, that you are the coach that actually can get the best results to your clients, you know, believe in your services. Because if you don't believe in your services and you don't believe that you are the coach, you know, you are the best coach, like, people will like sense it, you know. So you need to believe in yourself first, in your service, you know, and then you will easily be able to charge 3K, 4K, 5K packages, you know. Another thing is that you only rely on organic posting, you know, and this can be really damaging for brand new coaches who doesn't have experience in creating content. They're posting because sake of posting every day, you know, not growing, not being able to close new clients. So one of the easiest ways, and I truly believe this was one of my best ways how I was able to scale my coaching business to 6 figures, was paid ads. Yeah, I was running simple Instagram paid ads, and yeah, gaining great clients, you know, clients referred other clients, and that's how I was able to scale. If you want to see my full guide on how I was able to scale to 6 figures, then check my main video on YouTube. Yeah, that you can go to my main feed on YouTube and you can check out the video. I have exactly planned step-by-step, 3-step process that has helped me to generate 6 figures with fitness coaching business last year. So another is like inconsistent lead flow. As I said, maybe one week you have a couple calls, the next week you have 0 calls, you know, because you don't have any systems. You know, you don't run paid ads, you don't reach out to people on daily basis. You know, you think that people will just give you money, they will come to you, right? So another thing is you just post randomly, you know, you look at these influencer trends. However, like, that's not gonna attract the high ticket clients. You know, you need to have content system with clear strategy that actually speaks to your niche, you know, makes realize that your audience kind of understands you, trusts you, you know, and that's how you will attract these high ticket clients. Yeah, you target everyone and anyone, you know, you in your bio maybe you say, I help men and women lose 20 kgs without restricting themselves, you know, as 90% of other coaches does. You know, you are not different, right? And that's why, like, you need to dominate, like, choose a niche and stand for something, you know, show that you are truly expert in the field. Like, be different, you know. Maybe read a book like Blue Ocean Strategy. That's a really good book, how you can, like, go in an existing market but, like, be different. Same, like, let's say Airbnb or Uber. You know, Airbnb was competing at the start with hotels, right? But then they kind of discovered like a new way of providing housing for people. Same with Uber, right? Like, they competed with taxi drivers, but then they just came up with an app where people just can easily book cars, you know, and go from a place to place. So you want to do something with your fitness business as well. You spend money on gear, tech, lifestyle, basically stupid shit that you actually don't need. But what I did, you know, I invested in mentorships. I invested in ads, systems. Like, I spent in the last 2-3 years well over multiple 5 figures just in mentorships, you know. Last year I spent in ads like 20,000-30,000. Yeah. And that's what your competition is doing, you know. They're spending their money on themselves, investing in the courses, mentorships, into ads, because you still have the mentality of, I'm gonna figure it out on my own, where the competition is like paying money for someone who's just 2 steps ahead, you know, and getting the right information. And maybe yes, in a short term it kind of is painful because you have to pay some money, but later on, like, you're gonna gain way more money, you know. Like after each mentorship, yes, I invested multiple 5 figures, but like couple months later, like I got way back, you know, because I learned new strategies, new things, surrounded myself with the right people, community, and yeah, I'm gonna continue doing that. You know, every year I'm gonna invest into mentorships, even multiple mentorships, where I feel that I need to improve or learn. Like I always will get someone. You probably do DMs manually. You don't have any appointment setter. Where I have appointment setter, you know, they handle outreach, they handle booking calls for me, which saves me a lot of time, you know, because before in the past I was spending 2-3 hours a day in DMs. Oh, same with content, right? Like I don't do editing content myself anymore. I have a like editor that takes care of it, and I focus on more important things. You probably don't track any metrics, you know. You don't know what's your close percentage for sales calls, or like your content metrics, or let's say if you run ads, you don't track your ad spends, or how much you need to pay to actually get someone on a call. Like these are important metrics, you know, that's gonna help you scale. You're probably focused on getting more clients, you know. You sign a client, you want right away next client, right? Instead you should like focus on creating actually transformations, you know, like creating the best results for these clients, you know, making sure that the work process is smooth as possible, you know, making them feel at home, because that's how you gonna retain them first of all. Yeah, so most of my clients actually stay. Like my first phase is 3 months, second phase is 6 months, third phase is month-to-month basis. And some of my clients are already in my program for more than 1 year. And that means like my service is really good. You know, they like to work with me, they like the results, and that's how you can actually build a great business and get referrals after it as well. You don't have any community, right? But myself, like I have like a community. I have more than 30-40 people in community. People are just sharing wins, you know, their workouts, sharing what they eat. And I have built like kind of this tribe, a brand where people like can communicate with each other, you know, sharing wins. And like when a new client joins in a community, you know, and they see that other people are winning, sharing things, you know, that's just gonna get inspired, you know. But let's say if you don't have any community, you're maybe just keeping in touch on WhatsApp with just one client, right? Like they kind of maybe feel lonely, right? So yeah, make sure that you also have a great community. You identify yourself just another coach, right? But you should identify yourself as a business owner, leader, right? Being the best version of yourself, knowing that people should trust you, you know, knowing that people should follow you, because if they follow you, like their life gonna change, right? You're not just another coach. You play maybe like a short-term games, you know, you think only about couple next days, couple next weeks, you know, like this week I need to sign a client, you know, this week I'm gonna make 2-3 content pieces, right? But you should think about 6-12 months in advance. That's how compound effect actually works, right? You never want to lose like momentum. Momentum is one of the best things that you can do in your business, you know. And last year I made a big mistake. Like I had one of my biggest months I think in September, and then in October I went traveling. I was in Dubai, I was in Thailand, so basically 1 month just traveling. I still was working, but when you're like kind of traveling, right, like you don't have the same focus. So after that I kind of lost momentum and I had to pick it up back. So yeah guys, so this is basically how you should be able to scale your business in 2025. So focus more on these things and not these things. Actually build a business that gives you like time, freedom, and success, you know, and you're crushing your competition, you know. You're not struggling anymore, you know. You're actually building a great business that you love. You work with people who actually get great results, you know. And if you focus on these things, you're gonna achieve those things. And if you need help to build your online coaching business, or you want to start a coaching business in 2025, then book a growth assessment coaching call right below. And yeah, just gonna ask you a couple questions, make sure that we are right fit to each other. If not, no hard feelings, then at least I would like to point you in the right direction. But yeah, if this video was valuable, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I see you in the next video.